Hey, what's up, you guys? How are you? I hope everything is okay with you. I am back. Today, I have a very interesting story for you. It's not just gonna be about humor, comedy. This story is gonna have a moral to it. So, yeah, it's different than what I usually do. So, I'm gonna warn you before I start. It's a bit creepy. It's not a bit, it's like really creepy. But it's only gonna be creepy if you were put in the same position that I was in, or if you're interested in the area that I was in. So basically, just to make everything clear, this creepy story happened back when I had a phase when I wanted to be a model, and not just a model, like I wanted to be an actress and I wanted to do so many things. So that was back when I had a phase where I wanted to be a model, I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to be in movies. I just wanted to be in the business area, like the entertainment business. So basically, if you want to do that, you need to have a professional picture of you, so you can send it to agents and so on. So basically, this story happened about a year. Actually, it was last November, so it's exactly a year ago. I didn't really think about that. Like, now I realize that it was last October, and thinking about it now, I feel sick in my stomach. And I'm telling you this story because I don't want anyone to be put in that position. I'm just gonna warn you now, if you're interested in that field, listen to me. There's a lot of scams in that field. There's a lot of people that are gonna be like, oh, I'm an agent, I work in this and this and this. Chances are that they don't, and even if they do, sometimes they do work in that company or the agency, but in the same time they would take the name of them and then use you in a different email where the agency can't really track them. So do you know what I mean? There's a lot of scams going on, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I contacted like a photographer. It was like a big studio thing. It was a big building. It was called Media something, and that was back in London. In London, there's a lot of studios and like music studios, photo shoot studios, different kind of things. So I went to a building. It was really more about like the modeling area, but also they had like really professional music studios, and like I was like really amazed, and it looked legit. So I was like, okay, why not? And they requested a lot of money, but I was like, okay, because they seem really professional, so why not just pay for it? So made an appointment, and so basically they had two photographers, and I chose one of them. I don't know why did I choose that person. I just did because the timing was perfect to my timing, and it was back when I used to go to uni. I still go to uni, but like my schedule was really busy, and I just picked the timing that fit my schedule. So I met that guy day of my photo shoot. So the first thing he asked me is, why do you want to make a photo shoot? And then I was like, oh, okay, I want to be a model and so on. And I think they ask you these kind of questions to know where to go in the picture, to know what's the mode of the picture is gonna be like, what's the tone of it. And when I told him that, oh, this is what I want, and then he was like, okay, let's do it. So at first he told me that he's gonna give me different positions to do, like chin down, whatever, like the whole manual book, and then I'm gonna do whatever I want, and then he will take pictures of me. And then I was like, okay, no problem, like sounds good. So let me tell you this, guys, always trust your gut. When I first went into the studio, his studio, I really had a really bad vibe. I wanted to leave, but I thought that, okay, just stay here for 30 minutes and go away, like there's no problem, you're not gonna see this guy again. I ignored my bad vibes and I just went right into it. We started taking the photos, and he was like really staring at me, like he wasn't even looking at the lens. Like, imagine someone taking a picture of you while looking straight at you, like what the hell. And at first I was like, okay, maybe that's like a photo technique, but then I realized that this guy is really creepy. Like, he started asking me questions like, how old are you, what's the oldest guy you've dated and stuff. And by the way, he was like old, he was really old, he was like 80 something. He looked 80 something, but I don't know how old is he. And he started asking me all these creepy questions about who I date and why do I date them and stuff while taking the pictures. And then I was like, I would rather if I don't speak while taking the picture, so I can can just focus on it. And then he was like, okay, no problem. And then we carried on, and then towards the end, after we finished the pictures, I still have that gut feeling, but I stayed. I don't know why. I should have left. Guys, please, whenever you have a bad gut feeling, trust it. It's always right. Like, ask anyone. Like, it's always right. Just trust your gut. Follow whatever you feel, you know. I know sometimes we feel pressure to do like certain things, like, okay, I have to do this now for the moment, and then I'm just gonna be okay. No, don't do it for any moment. Don't do it for a split second. Just leave right away when you feel like there's something wrong. So after we finished, he was like, okay, so give me your address so I can send the pictures to you. And then I was like, my address? And then he was like, yeah. And then I said, just send it by email. Yeah, because the pictures that he took, they're all digital, and it's not like the business agencies, like the entertainment agencies. It's not like they will ask me to send them like a picture, like a paper picture. And then he was like, oh yeah, but it's more professional if it was like a paper thing. And then I was like, this guy is creepy. Like, he must have thought that I was the stupidest person ever to think that I would believe him. And then basically I told him that, okay, like, I just grabbed a paper and I wrote my email down and I gave it to him just to make him just know that I'm not gonna give him my address. And then he was like, okay, so I need your number so I can contact you. So if you don't like anything about the pictures, so I can fix it for you in the future. And then I was like, oh gosh, this guy. I was like, that's when my heart started bouncing, and I was like, okay, this guy is not gonna leave me alone. I should leave now. I just told him, please send it by email, and that's it. And then I just left the place. And then after that, he sent me the pictures by email, but he kept asking me if we could meet again so we can talk about, like, he even told me, like, imagine, he even told me that he knows agents that he can contact me to, and he needs to meet me at this place at this certain time so we can make an appointment with the agent. And then just everyone knows that, like, it's not a good idea. I was like, okay, I'm done. He kept sending emails for like 3-4 weeks after we talked even, and I was really scared, but in the same time I kept in my mind that he doesn't know anything about me. Like, even the place, the building of the photo shoot, it was like really far away from where I live. Like, I had to take the train to go there. So I felt okay, like he doesn't know anything about me, but in the same time I wanted to contact the agency so I can tell them that this creepy guy keeps talking to me, the guy that works for you. But for some reason I didn't do it. But like, now after telling you the story, like, I just remembered it. Like, now I'm just gonna send them an email and tell them what happened to me so they can do something about this guy, because like, kids nowadays, everyone wants to be famous, everyone wants to do all these fancy things, and like, we are in a generation where it is so much easier for us. So like, a lot of kids can be taken advantage of. Just be careful, guys, okay? And that's it. Just be safe. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to my story, and have a nice day. Subscribe, like, and do all these good things. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.